What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see by the title, today we're going to be interviewing Zach Cross, who is a senior Yale leader candidate for next year. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe right now. We're almost at 1.5k. Subscribe, click the button right now, leave a like on the video. Let's try to get 20-30 likes on this video, and this video is going to be a banger. As Zach Cross already said in the next clip,
awesome, dude. That was a lot of fun.
you see, Zach Cross already said it's fun, so that's how you know the video is going to be a banger. Stay tuned, watch the whole thing. I promise you there's things you didn't know about Yale leaders in this video, and enjoy the video. Today we're here with Zach Cross. We're going to start off with what is your major, year, where are you from, and a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So I'm Zach Cross. I'm a junior construction science major from Pearland, Texas. I'm also a member of the Corps Cadets in Company H1, and I am a senior Yale candidate with 5 for Yale.
Okay. So the first question we have today is, what made you want to become a Yale leader?
That's a great question. Well, I'm a first-generation Aggie, and when I first came to A&M, I didn't really know any of the traditions. And you come to A&M and you meet people and you see that a lot of these Aggies are really generational, like third generation, fifth generation Aggies. So they grew up Aggies and they knew the traditions from literally when they were born. And being a first generation Aggie, I came here and I didn't really have that, and I felt a little bit left out. But being in the Corps, I was able to partake in all the traditions, and I learned them all, and I realized what I was missing out on. And so I wanted to be a Yale leader so I could give somebody like me that opportunity in high school or even before that, because having been a Yale leader this past year, I've seen that usually a Yale leader is somebody's first representation of we're their first impression of A&M. And so I was just wanting to be able to give somebody that chance that I never had to just know about A&M and learn about all the traditions and the incredible family that's here.
Okay, that's a good answer. Yeah, because I remember my NSC, y'all were on the stage and everything, running around, gave us a good experience, parents there and everything.
Exactly.
I still remember that moment,
Yeah.
even though it's almost the second semester now.
Sure.
So the next question we have today, because a lot of people want to know, being a Yale leader and everything, y'all go to the football games and all that stuff. What is the day in the life of a Yale leader on football game days, especially when we're at home?
Oh man, that's actually the first time I've ever been asked that question. It kind of depends on when the game is. Probably the most intense ones are the 11 a.m. games, because you go from midnight Yale the night before, basically go straight to sleep, and then you're probably up maybe 5 hours later. Got to get up around 7 and start going to do game stuff at around 8 o'clock. Usually we're in Kyle Field, I'm in my whites dress. The first thing we do is go do Kids Yell right in front of the Saul Moss statue. So we do Kids Yell for that, and then straight after that we go on to I think that's Houston Street right there, and we wait for the football team to come in, and people will line up, and we'll walk in front of the football team as they go into the stadium for it's called Victory Walk. So we'll do that for the football team. That's a lot of fun. Get to see the football players, say what's up, dab them up, say good luck for the game. That's a lot of fun. And then after that, we go into our locker room and kind of just chill for maybe about an hour, and then we go over our game time script, just talking about when we're going to be doing yells, what's going to be going on, just how the game's going to get run. And then wait a little bit, 30 minutes, touch up our uniform, touch up on your shave, something like that, make sure you look good, and then we head out there onto the field probably a good 40 minutes before the game starts, just to walk around, say what's up to the players, say hi to fans, take pictures, and just be around the atmosphere. And then the game starts, we do our thing, we yells, Aggies hopefully usually get the dub, and then if we get the win, we run into back into Kyle Field, back to our locker room, maybe 3 minutes before the game's gonna end. We take off all of our important items, and then we run back out into the field. And after the game's over, after the Aggies get the win, we go in the end zone, we lead the war hymn, and then the fish from the Corps run out and they tackle us. Tradition's kind of gone away a little bit because in the past some Yale leaders have gotten hurt, so we kind of try and just let them pick us up, and then they carry us out of the stadium to the fish pond, It used to be at the fish pond in front of Sabisa, but we changed it to Rudder Fountain just because it's a little bit closer. And then we get thrown in the fountain by the fish, and then whoever wants to come celebrate Victory Yell, they can come and we'll do Victory Yell and we'll beat the hell out of whoever we're playing the next week.
What is it like being thrown in the fish pond?
It's a lot of fun. that walk over, like you're literally carried by the fish the entire time. So hopefully you got some good fish with you and they're strong. They don't drop you. It's a lot of fun. You get to see people as they're going out of Kyle Field. You wave and smile, and it's a lot of fun. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's not too bad. And then you get there. Depending on where we're at in the season, at the beginning it's nice because you get those first couple of games. You know how Texas is. It's still pretty hot, and so it's refreshing. But man, I'll tell you, those last 2 games were like Prairie View this year. Oh my goodness, I thought I was going to get hypothermia, but it's a lot of fun. It's like literally that last game, the Prairie View game, getting thrown in, just like sucks the breath right out of you. But you swim a lap around and wait for people to get in, wait for the other yellers to get tossed in, and then once Kip and I complete 1 lap, we get up and we lead the yells, and it's a lot of fun because we're splashing around, getting everybody else wet, and just getting them in on the fun.
Okay.
Next question is, what are the perks of being a yell leader? Because y'all are representing like A&M, y'all go to different events. Do y'all get like scholarships? Y'all get like free entry to like any sports events, or like what other perks do y'all have?
We do, well, we get free entry to like basketball and football, obviously because we're there. Yeah. But we still have to buy sports passes for like baseball and the other sporting events.
Okay.
We do get a scholarship. It's I think around $3,000 a semester. Okay. It's an endowment, so that's something that's set up for us. And actually, that's all we got like before this year. But just this year, President Banks came in, and before that, like that's all we got. And we wasn't from the university. Oh, okay. It's from the Association of Former Yell Leaders. So we didn't officially get any scholarship money from the university. But President Banks came in, and she came in and she was like, "Y'all aren't getting any money," and she thought it was like crazy that the Yell Leaders weren't like getting any type of scholarship money from the university. She's like, well, we gotta take care of that right away. And literally the first year that she came in, she allotted like a certain amount of money to the Yell program. So now Yell Leaders will be fully funded on scholarship, whereas before like all we got was $3,000 a semester.
Okay, that's an improvement.
Oh, for sure, it is super nice. And I will say that Memo Salinas, the head Yell Leader, was very pivotal in getting that done. So it's really good for us, and we're really grateful for it too. Very grateful.
Okay, since you're in the Corps, right?
Sure.
When are you allowed to wear this white uniform, and when are you supposed to wear the regular Corps uniform? What's the difference? Like, are you allowed certain places you can't wear certain uniforms in?
So, being in the Corps, like, even though I'm a yell leader, like, bottom line, I'm still in the Corps. And whenever, like, I'm not in this uniform at an event, like a football game or a fish camp, NSC, whatnot, I'm in my Corps uniform for class, and I only have to be in my Corps uniform like to be in class.
Okay.
So every time I'm in class, I'm in my Corps uniform. I'm in my whites every time we have a yell event. So like fish camps, football games, soccer games, basketball games, NSCs, transfer camps, coaches nights, whatever we do. That's like the only time I'll ever be in whites.
Okay.
So just like yell leader sanctioned events.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So since y'all are yell leaders on campus, everybody can recognize y'all. Do people ever ask y'all for autographs or pictures, or while you're walking randomly on campus to class, people stop you and are like, "Can I take a picture with you?"
Honestly, it doesn't happen as often as you think. I've only been asked to sign something like I could probably count on one hand, and that was after football games at Victory Yell at the Fountain. And when I'm just like walking to class, I think maybe it's happened like 2 or 3 times. Somebody recognized me, and they asked to take a picture. So not too often.
Okay. So since y'all are yell leaders, all y'all started from like somewhere. Do you guys go through yell leader training when you first become a yell leader, and who's like the person that teaches you all the yells and everything?
So the yells are kind of passed down. There's not like an official like how-to manual. It's just kind of like word of mouth. It's kind of like Silver Taps, the buglers. They learn it just from word of mouth. And so after we're elected, we just meet together every night and just go over yells the way that we know how to do them. And so it changes a little. If you like go back and look at videos from past yell leaders, you'll see like there's differences. There's like subtle differences, like the closer you are to like the current year, and then like there are big major differences like for like 20 years ago and like 50 years ago and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since y'all go to away games for the football games,
Mhm.
not basketball, right?
Right.
Okay, only football. How are the away games there? Like, do you guys stay all in the hotel? Y'all get free food? Y'all like travel with the team, or y'all have a separate bus or something?
So for football games, it kind of just depends on where we're going. So like if we're going somewhere close like LSU or Fort Worth for the Arkansas game, we'll drive in a van. But all the other ones that are far away, like for Colorado, we flew. Ole Miss, we flew. And we flew somewhere else.
Is that funded or y'all paid?
It is.
Okay.
So that is officially funded by the university.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the university takes care of those things.
Okay.
So yeah, and then we'll fly separate from the football team. We get our own. We don't get our own plane. We just get chartered tickets. They're
Okay.
just regular commercial line tickets.
Okay.
We usually leave We usually leave Thursday. Get there Thursday night, and then usually leave Sunday.
Okay.
Sometimes Saturday, just depending on our
Yeah.
situation.
Okay.
Yeah, and like the hotel is paid for by the university. Food is.
Okay.
So yeah,
So-
it's a lot of fun.
okay.
Honestly.
So the next question is, what is your favorite memory as a Yale leader?
That is tough.
Yeah, you've been there for 3 years. It's a lot.
3 years here at the university, but only one as a Yale leader. So favorite memory as a Yale leader?
Yes, a Yale leader.
You know, I'm just gonna go with the obvious answer and just say the Alabama game this year. It was just like, I don't think I'll probably ever experience something like that again. I feel like that's like a once in a lifetime thing, and like not only like to just be there, like to see it, witness happen, but like be a part of it. You know, just like getting to see the 12th man like just literally took over the game from like first quarter. You know, we realized we had a shot at it, and we realized our boys were putting up a fight, and just the 12th man just took over, and it was the greatest thing to see. I had never heard Kyle Field get that loud. It was such a cool thing to be a part of. And then in like the final quarter, the fourth quarter, and those few minutes where you're like, holy cow, like this is gonna happen. Like we're about to do it. And I remember running over to the other field goal because we're getting ready for Seth Small to kick the game-winning field goal. I'm like, this is like a 30-yard field goal. Seth has literally done this like a bajillion times. This is like practice for him. I was like, we're about to do this thing right here. And it was crazy because we were standing by the goalpost, and we're like, all right, so like, there's no doubt the 12th man's going to rush the field. And when they do, we gotta hug the goalpost to make sure that we don't get trampled. And it was just very surreal, and just looking back on it now, it just feels like a fever dream, but it's something I will never, ever forget. So yeah, definitely happiest, coolest moment ever.
Okay. So the next question was going to be, what is the best football game you attended? But you just said it.
Yeah, for sure.
So the next one is, what is the best basketball game you attended as a Yale leader?
That one's easy. This semester, we play in Kentucky. We were undefeated in SEC at the time. So was Kentucky. We were looking really good, and our boys and the basketball program did a great job marketing it, and we sold out Reed Arena. Not only did we sell out Reed Arena, we broke the attendance record.
Yeah, I remember I was waiting outside. I was trying to get in, but there are like no sports pass people in. You need to buy a ticket or something.
Yeah, they literally were turning people away at the door. That's how like packed it was. It was incredible to see the 12th man show like that. Like it was so much fun, and like you're in a Kyle Field gets rowdy and loud, and that's a stadium, and it's open to the air. Can you imagine like time? And I was like, even though we ran out of time, unfortunately, but our guys put up a great fight, and it just showed like the 12th man, the Aggie spirit, and like our boys our basketball team's good. They got the fight in them.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, so the next question is, what is your favorite yell and why?
Definitely Farmer's Fight, and it is simply because it is the first yell that I learned how to do. Not as a yell leader. Well, I guess maybe no. I don't know if I learned it first as a yell leader, but like when I first came to A&M, like I said, I was first gen. I didn't know anything. I definitely didn't know all the yells. And Farmer's Fight was the first yell I was able to pick up on. I was able to participate all the way through, and so it was that's definitely my favorite because then that's when I like started to feel like I was an Aggie, part of the Aggie fam.
Okay.
So the next question is, I read this online. I heard that y'all have to carry a Yale book on you. Is that true, or that's for the old people?
We got something that just talks about the traditions. That's pretty much all I can say. What's on that subject?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question is, how is your class schedule made that you can attend all games and do your duties? Do you have classes online, or do they have you have an academic advising instructor that helps you out with your schedules?
Yeah, so we have an advisor through VPSA. She's her name's Dr. D, and she's awesome. Like, she helps us out so much. She honestly is like how we're able to do all the things that we do, because she takes care of all like logistic things. There's no logistical stuff. There's no way we could take care of that with our schoolwork and stuff like that. We don't we get priority registration. We're the first ones to get to register, along with whoever else gets to do that. So that helps out a lot because we're able to usually get into the classes that we need to, and we generally know about what's going to be going on during the semester. So during the football season, we try not to schedule classes on Thursday and Friday because we know we're not going to be there. And so that's kind of all the help we get. And then for our away games, we get an official document from VPSA to give to our professors saying hey, these guys are going to go represent the university, we're officially excused from it. So that helps out there, and usually professors are pretty understanding. So that's nice.
Okay, the next question is, since y'all attend the football and basketball games, do they ever give y'all free basketball gear, football gear, shoes, anything, shirts, any of that?
We get a few things. Mainly, the only shoes we get are the ones that we wear with our whites. And I really don't wear them anywhere else but for my whites because it's part of my uniform.
Yeah.
We get a few T-shirts and pair of shorts, pair of sweats, and we get a duffel bag, backpack, and we also get a maroon blazer that we use for formal events and to travel in.
Okay.
And the last question is, how many yells do y'all have to memorize before football season starts?
Shoot, I've never honestly put a number on it. I know the yells that we know, and then even then you only do a certain number during the football games. We got Aggies, we have Farmers Fight, we have Gig'em. That's probably the big three, and then the other big three is military, Old Army, and Locomotive. So that's 6 right there. And then of course you got the War Hymn, and you have the Spirit, and those are also big. We do those during the football games, and there's also sit down bus driver. That's not very. That's usually a basketball one.
Yeah, I heard it in basketball.
And then horses laugh. That's a good one to make to get people to make sure they hiss instead of booing.
Yeah.
And that's. There's definitely been some yells in the past that maybe have gotten forgotten down the line.
Yeah.
But those are the main ones that we do.
Okay. Which one is the most uncommon one, or y'all don't do a lot?
There's actually a few more that I forgot that we just kind of do for fish camp, but we don't ever really do. It's it's cow field, and it's well, shoot. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, there's a lot more than I just said. There's cow field. There's 15 for team. There's 15 for team. Farmers Fight. Call it a night.
Oh yes.
That's the one we do at the end of midnight yell every time. But the cow field and 15 for team, those are the ones that we kind of just do at fish camp. We don't ever really do them during football games or anything else.
Okay.
But we know them and their tradition, so we at least do them for fish camp.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are. I'd say probably the least. So like I said, the least known ones are probably cow field and 15 for team.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we can end it off with your campaign, because you're running again with, how many people returning?
So me and Kip are returning. We're the returning junior yell leaders. and we're running for senior yell. And the way it works, so our banner is Fire for Yell, and Fire for Yell comes from the Corps, and so Fire for Yell is strictly cadet candidates. The way it works is, so Kip and I will, we started this process in the fall last semester. It's called Core Block. Kip and I run it. We basically have everybody who wants to come out for Yell Leader and run with Kip and I for the following semester. They come out and they participate in Core Block. It's 2 weeks long. We have an event every single night for 2 weeks. It's just to simulate like how busy you're gonna be and like give people an idea of like what they're getting into. And the way it works is whoever wants to run with us or have the chance to, they have to go to every single event and they bring their buddies, their outfit buddies, their people in their class. So like sophomores will be coming out for junior yell, and then juniors will be coming out for senior yell. And they bring their buddies, and their buddies have to go to at least 3 events, and if their buddies go to 3 events, they can vote later on in the process, which we call peer voting. So at the end of the 2 weeks, we have peer voting, and it cuts down the number. Usually there's around like between 40 and 20 people going out for yell altogether, and it usually cuts down that number in half. So there's 2 rounds of it. The first round cuts the number in half, and then the second round cuts it down even more. And then me, Kip, and the other 3 current yell leaders decide who we're going to take to interviews. But really, it comes down to me and Kip because it's going to be our group for next year. We decide how many people we're going to take to interviews. The number is not set; fluctuates kind of depending on the peer voting and who we see and throughout the process, who we get to know. So I think this year we took 7 guys for junior interviews, and we took 11 guys for junior interviews and 7 guys for senior interviews. So me and Kip so there's 5 yell leaders. There's 3 senior spots. 3 senior spots, 2 junior spots. Me and Kip already take up 2 of those senior spots. And so then we have one other potential senior run with us, and he's called the third wheel because he's basically third wheeling me and Kip. And then we pick 2 more juniors. And so we interview all those people, and the way they're vetted is, so 1, they have the peer voting, and then 2, we ask all of the like leadership within the Corps. So like the band commander, the Corps commander, the major unit commanders, all the special unit commanders, all the like big head honchos in the Corps that you can think about. And it usually ends up being around 20, 25 people. And we ask them to help us interview the candidates. And so it's just a one-on 25 person interview. It's pretty intense. It's an intense process. And through that, people usually separate themselves from the pack. And we're able to basically just choose the best candidate for the role. And that's how we got our 5. So it's a very, very intense selection process to make sure that we choose the best guys from the Corps, or girls. It could be girls too. It is not just guys. Yeah, girls have definitely come out to the Corps Block process. So best guy or girl to represent the Corps, and then we that'll be our 5, and then we contact our campaign team and then get that together, and then in the spring we announce our candidacy and we get this thing going.
So is the elections every semester?
The election for yell leader is every spring.
Oh, every spring.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And voting is this March, is March 3rd and 4th, this Thursday, Friday. Opens at 8 a.m. on Thursday, ends noon on Friday.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So do you guys ask for the Corps' like support on voting days? Are you like, everyone in the Corps go vote today, or y'all don't push them like that?
We try and talk to them the best we can before the voting days, because we're not allowed to speak to orgs on voting days, and we feel like the Corps probably constitutes itself as an org, so we don't really talk to them on Thursday, Friday. We talk to them before, like, hey guys, try and please vote for us. Like, we are the Corps ticket, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
We did the primary in the fall, and then we're the primary Corps ticket for the actual elections in the spring. And so generally, we have pretty much the core backing.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. Well, appreciate you, Zach, for being
Yeah.
in the interview.
Of course.
Hopefully everyone votes for your whole team. Can you say their names again so
Yeah,
people know?
of course. So for senior yell, we have Nathan Drain, Kip Connett, and Zach Cross, me. And then for junior yell, we have Thomas Grieve and Trevor Yeldon. And that's we're 5 for yell. And voting is this March 3rd and 4th, this Thursday and Friday. So please go, honestly, just go vote in general. Like, we would love to see a lot more voter participation across the board, across the university. But especially go vote 5 for yell, vote the 5 guys that I just named off.
Okay. Appreciate you being
Yeah,
in the
thank
interview.
you so much, Malik. I appreciate the
No
opportunity.
problem. No problem.
I love this process.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the questions you asked were great. There's some in there that I've never been asked before, and I hope that a lot of people watch this video and get to learn a little bit more about the yell leaders.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Malik.